Okay, so I was gonna make this a video. I was gonna do a stream of this, and I still am technically, but the stream won't involve me interacting with anyone because I don't have a lot of time. So basically, I'm gonna be starting my Joe Grant research art. Okay, so that's not working. I want that one to play though. Remove, transform, blending mode. Oh my god, where is it? Holy shit. Set color, transformer, interact. Oh my god. Oh my god. Where is it? Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh my god, this is gonna piss me off. Holy shit. I know he has a meltdown. Let me make this video. Fuck. Fuck. What's it? Where is 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 it? Copy, remove, transform, interact. Where's interact? Where's interact? I know. Remove, rename, interact. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I guess that's not gonna work. So instead, I'm gonna unmute the audio because fuck everything, I guess. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna unmute the audio. It's gonna sound really bad for a bit. Until I'm able to make it work, I really want to like try making my videos in a way that I can, just share. But I don't know. Uncle Joe has been a huge influence in my life. I really have respected his comedy for a bit. And honestly, despite the path he's gone on, I still find him funny. I think his videos are still really fucking funny. Despite all this, despite how much of a piece of shit he is. But I do feel as someone that I don't know. I like to think I have principles. I don't think there's anything wrong with watching him. I'm still gonna be watching him, but I do feel like before I ever call him a piece of shit or agree with everyone that he's a piece of shit, I want to learn about him on my own, you know? And I just think sorry, I'm saying Mega Man like about net backward. Battle Network. No, I don't want to play an RPG right now. Uh eh. Airline 4, Mega Man and Bass. You know what? Fuck it. Why not? Yeah, okay. So basically, yeah. I really like him. I feel bad for muting this, but literally the only other game I'm playing right now is another game. Anyway, let's get started with this because I'm really curious about this whole situation involving Joe because again, I respect him a lot as an artist, but I don't know much about him with his recent hijinks, and I think it's just something I want to learn about, especially if it involves one of my favorite content creators being Sorry, I thought I heard something. That's a piece of shit. Anyway, let's learn together about Unky Joe and his recent Cringe Lord arc. Unky Joe and the cringe. Unky Joe does a cringe. Let's go.
This is a video I'm sure many of you have seen and or know of. A video.
I remember seeing this video before I even knew who Unky Joe was. I watched this video in like high school. I remember getting really big. I didn't get into Unky Joe until I was like in college when he started making the Great the Show, which is amazing, and everyone should check that out. Like, stop this video and then check that out. It's an amazing collaboration series he made. And it actually, when season 2 came out, he made a decision that made me respect him more, but also made me feel like he also, I think it was part that made me respect him more, while also being the part that made me realize he's not the best at making good decisions. And the thing he did was, in season 1, he got a whole bunch of collaborators together and they made a video series together where people had their own, it was like an anthology, you know? It was like it was kind of like an Adult Swim, but I'd say maybe like an SNL thing, you know, where it's like a collaboration of different skits and stuff, but they're all made by different animators. And one of the issues that happened is that a lot of people thought they were made by Joe, but he didn't like that. So he made season 2 a playlist of those. But the problem with that is that not everyone was able to be updated when a playlist would be uploaded, you know, because it wouldn't have the bell go off when a playlist was made, because that's just not how it works. So season 2 was sadly not as successful, and it kind of just stopped for a long time. I was really sad about it, actually. I didn't see much of season 2. I don't remember it that much. I don't know if I liked it as much. I don't know. Maybe I should give that another try. I do like it. But like, what it made me realize is that he cares about animation and animators a lot. Like, a lot. He really cares about animators because it's something he is passionate about. But it also showed that he was just not the brightest person when it came to making actual decisions that were strategic and good for business, and would probably help later down the line get those animators known. I think he made that with really good intentions, but I think he kind of just needed to do a better job advertising who those animators were, so people down the line could start following them, rather than just try making a playlist. What I'm trying to say is that Unky Joe's not the smartest guy. He's not the smartest guy when it comes to business decisions, but he's really smart when it comes to like animation and comedy.
From 2015, it became a bit of a meme titled Dog of Wisdom, featuring, as you can see, a dog in a plane with nonsensical noises being made whilst the dog's head and mouth moves. This video was huge for Joe, with it having around 75 million views as of the time of writing the script, and since, Joe has even made it to his YouTube profile picture.
I was just kind of sad how big that video gets. It's not that it's a bad video. It's definitely one of his cuter ones. I get why it's the most popular, because it's just really cute, obviously. But I don't know, I just like so many of his other videos more. Like, Family Simp is still fantastic and one of the greatest satirical videos of this day. But I just really, I also really like the SpaghettiOs one, but I don't know if he made that. I don't know if he was the one in charge of making that, or it was his friend. I don't remember her name, unfortunately. I'll try to figure it out later. I really like her as a voice actress, though. She has a really funny voice, like Joe. She can do, oh god damn, I died. But yeah, I just really, I don't know. I just find there's so many more stuff that is better than that one. It's not bad. It's cute, and it still makes me laugh a lot, but still.
I didn't actually learn of Yukino Joe this way, and actually found out about him from Eddsworld almost a decade ago. But what my main point here is supposed to be, other than telling you who he is that this animator from his most major and notable works has seemingly been someone who you wouldn't think I would make a video on. However, as you'll see soon, Joe is a bit notorious for some behaviours he has exhibited on sadly stupid places like Twitter, a place which is pretty much a disaster for most people.
Sure.
The majority of this video will discuss something I'd like to
Dude.
how words don't lead to the fault.
Oh no! Oh no 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 no! Oh no 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 no! No, I still look back on some of my tweets angry that I. Oh my god. Oh my god, what the fuck? What the fuck? No! Okay, let me fix this. No. Where is it? Oh, yeah. Copy link. Ink. And then paste. Yeah, ouch. What? What? Yeah, fuck you.
A video from
Shut up.
2015.
Just a sec. Let me fix this real quick. I know. Wait, like, reset it? Pretties. Default. This. Okay. So where do I go back? Oh my god. The fuck? This is so weird. I hate this so much, dude. Okay, show transformation. So transition, high transition, Windows protector source, interact. Okay, I can interact.
Almost 2,000 episodes of the Joe Rogan Experience. It's no.
No. Wait, history. Oh, yeah, that probably wouldn't show up. Okay, Jesus. What the fuck? Why do you not have a scroller? Wait, maybe I can look up the name of the video. Monkey Joe, the March Meltdown. Oh my god. Okay, sweet. No, I was gonna say, like, in result of all this, I've made multiple posts, like, to this day, that I still feel fucking retarded for making.
Bit notorious for some behaviours he has exhibited in works has seemingly been someone who you wouldn't think I would make a video on. However, as you'll see soon, Joe is a bit notorious for some behaviours he has exhibited in sadly stupid places like Twitter, a place which is pretty much a disaster for most people.
True.
The majority of this video will discuss something I'd like to dub the March Meltdown, where in March 2021, Joe, well, had a meltdown.
Yeah.
This started in the middle of the month, where he had a disagreement with El Cid out of nowhere, when El Cid replied to someone.
Yeah, this happened like a year ago. Okay, sorry, spoilers, guys.
Sadly, stupid places. The majority started.
Yeah, I don't remember what I was gonna say. God damn it.
Where he had a disagreement.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm still shocked this happened like barely a year ago. right? Like, that's what shocks me the most. It feels like this is something that happened a while ago, because I haven't seen him upload often. But it was when this happened, like, people were going wild. I was looking up on Twitter, and apparently he was, like, having a melt. He's been having, like, a lot of pressure from his job before he quit. He was like, he mentioned at one, he said, like, quote, like, I didn't have time to go to the bathroom to puke blood. Like, he was that stressed from his job. Maybe it was before he got into NFTs. Seems like it fits with the timeline. I don't know. I'm still going to try to do research on it, because I think there is a lot to talk about with this. And there's a lot I want to understand. By the way, I'm not just looking at this. I'm going to, like, try to get full context. We're going to, like, go through all of the Unky Joe lore. Because the difference between someone like this and me, maybe, I don't know, they're probably a huge fan, but, like, I love Unky Joe. I love his videos and his work. And I think what this is missing is the context of his latest video series, which is the Rick and Morty parody, which really reflects that meltdown perfectly in a really interesting artistic piece that he made. He's a crazy piece of shit, and the series is a crazy piece. As far as I know, all I know is the NFT thing, which is shitty, but I personally think that just came from, like, ignorance, which is worse, but yeah. I just think he shouldn't be making business decisions, ever, honestly.
Sid out of nowhere when El Cid replied to someone else on Twitter talking about how words don't upset him. Stating this clearly
Sure.
upset Sid, who then tried to state that the word problematic upset Sid, in which El Cid replied making fun of him for not having a job. This heavy
Oh my god.
Who then went to his Discord server to vent, where
Wait.
he randomly
He's just a textbook right-wing fuckface. Ace who thinks he's funny. Hey, I'll sit. Word job is your pussy dry. I mean, makes your pussy dry. Sounds like it's from the one reply chain I saw. Look at this hack work. Yeah, that. Oh wait, why is this on full screen? He tried to make fun of me and it fucking okay.
in which
Does the word cunt offend or upset you? Not even if you're the target, just the word in general. Nah. No words upset me because I'm an adult. The word problematic makes you piss your pants. The word job makes your pussy dry. Haha. You have a job because you failed at your career, which I still have. Oh my god. Okay, so far this is just Joe being based. Yeah. No, this is just Joe being based. The word problematic makes you piss your pants. But this is also before he made the Rick and Morty parody, which has, like, a lot of problematic humor in it, so. And this is just, like, again, him shitting on right-wingers, as far as I know. He's just a textbook right-wing fuckface. God makes your pussy dry. Alright, sounds like it from the one reply chain. Let me see, who's El Cid? I'm looking up El Cid. Wait, is this the same guy? No. Yeah, Wait, why am I not following Dubis Goobis? What the fuck? That's a sin. I found it. Let me add this. I'm not gonna be able to finish this, by the way, until, like, the end of the day. Window capture. Yeah. Google Chrome. Sure. Okay. Okay, I found El Cid. Let's look up this guy. El Cid tweets. Animator, video director, former DreamWorks and Fox Animation. Produced content for Netflix, Sony. Finally stopped red lights me and listens. You can save your money at breaks. Dude who rides impatient school zones. Time to leave this earthly place. Okay. Who follows? Who's he follow? You know what? I want to say, is he a right? I don't know. I mean, he's followed by most animators, but let's see. Who makes a left turn at intersection cuts in the opposite? Mickey Pucks. Scott Adams demonetizing anti-exo spice. I once took an improv class in January. The fellers who helped direct at DreamWorks campus. Okay, time to get to work. Oh, this is definitely right wing right here. Okay. Acting overly subordinate at a job situation can be a hazard, especially if it makes your job less well. Speak up if you see a problem. And any boss worth their weight will glad you did. Yeah, that's good advice. Sometimes I'll run into this old thing I made and it floods me with memories. Time, place, worked on it. I'm not sharing the results I got from jock nerd prep goth test because I want. Okay. I've been an independent artist. I've incorporated artists. I know lots of artists who have anxiety about job security, and this is an important way to curb keeping abreast and at least know how to make it. Wait, something I noticed while living in LA was the amount of weird looking dogs. Oh, Honey and G, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, this is be a gym rat, and then I spent quite okay. How is this guy right wing? Video editing, you're doing facts, cuts. Make sure you're leading the eye correctly. You don't have half second shots in the dude. Who is this guy? Yeah, sex is cool, but have you ever stormed the Capitol? Okay, that, huh? Okay, that part is weird. He could just be like doing a little trolling, you know. I know people that would just make like jokes like that, but let's go further into that. It could be what? Okay. Did he do? Oh no, he didn't. My lawyers advised me to answer no. Is it 6? Is this a 6? 6 is greater than sex joke. Okay, but have you ever stormed the toilet? Okay, that's good. That's a funny one. Just helped an artist buddy mine get a raise. Okay, a woman asked me for consent before touching my phone. Touching my phone today. I should have hissed and spat. What? Phone today. Real Prius is a Rick and Morty sticker starting. All the conspiracy theories I suspected to be true have been proven correct enough with enough time. And now just have enough fun to adopt the idea that and now just for fun I want to adopt the idea that the earth is flat and see what happens. Breaking Bad abridged. Okay, that's kind of weird. Okay, so be careful to take situation. In general, do men take more risks than women? I guess celebrities announcing they're leaving Twitter because in real life they are basically like your in real life friends, including Facebook. What? Where did AI art touch you? Point it out on the dog. Okay. I'm updating my privacy policy for the next scary movie sequel. I propose some sort of Kanye cameo. It just feels appropriate. Why? Why? No one in my family can take me down. Not even
not even close. The plan: produce as many sons as possible as a formidable team to fight. Women are inherently more totalitarian, but this serves a function for when they're in charge of humans constantly trying to kill themselves. Our Twitter would have been against advent of CGI. What? If you treat empathy as a virtue, you will undoubtedly make some of the stupidest decisions. Hive. What? A corporate layoff firsthand, first in effective middle management, Friends Club. Breaking. Disney has fired. Sounds like Disney is tired of losing money. Critical race theory and gender ideology. Okay. Alright, my hobby is just me. I met Strawberry Clock in real life once. VeggieTales accept the Crusader retold. Pure. Men run off at random. Excess men install drives. Their cognitive abilities. And then there's Winston with Consify. My mom used to tell me every day I was verified. What? Industry tip when you're negotiating or something. Pay attention to all the blue check marks right now. They're throwing off hits. I tell you. When you're in the industry job, okay, so like most of the stuff I've seen is either him talking. Okay, shut up at my door in Among Us costume. That he looks a little sus. Not like that one. What? That is a little bit funny, but like, okay. Many talented working artists are often not paid enough. It's often no other. So he seems like someone that really cares about it, but every once in a while he drops like a weird random JQ, and I don't know. It's really hard to tell if it's a joke, which makes me more nervous. So I think that's probably more likely it's not a joke. In every job I've had involves get hired except . Okay, I can't believe he didn't cry during Titanic. That is true, actually. Oh my god. Okay, actually, that is true. Okay. This is true. 100%. Nothing is more true than this moment right here. Yeah, okay. She's good microcosm of how cyclical the universe can be. Some people build quality and get transition notoriety votes. Bad apples are attracted to money, and bad agendas gatekeeper. Bad agendas. See, that's really sus, right? Lenient things break down and quality suffer happens. This is so fucking weird to me because like I feel like the MCU has only gotten like better with time, right? Like it's only ever improved in quality. Looking at some old works, I found some story. Pretty sure Harrison Ford is actually being like a so yes. Like he just drops in a random JQ. Twitter turned into Tumblr a few years ago. Now it seems to be turned into 4chan. Yeah, definitely. Okay. The nation has officially lapped Pixar. See, look at this shit. Right? Okay. This came out. This probably was a comment made around. Yeah, this is definitely pretty sus behavior from this guy. He's like dropping random JQs into some of his tweets, and it's pretty obvious if you know like what he's doing. I do not believe the majority of people that make these posts like know what these are, because he's pretty subtle about it and just would only drop it like every once in a while. So I'm not too surprised a lot of people that follow him, about all the people that follow him, because let's be honest, the vast majority of people aren't politically obsessed, and like a lot of people follow each other just for like the fun of it. Like, I mean, fucking I mean, it makes sense because like fucking Doom
Chad Man was popular for the longest time, you know? And he drew like lolly porn. He drew child porn, basically. Yeah, I can see why he'd be considered right wing by him a lot. Textbook right wing fuckface who thinks he's funny. Yeah, no, I can agree with that. There's, I don't know for sure. I probably have to like go through all his Twitter, but it definitely, come on, like, right, like, come on. He does. I do think he is kind of like a normal guy as far as fucked up right wingers go, but like, he's definitely pretty right wing, in his beliefs and in his conspiracies. But he knows how to like have a casual conversation. Clearly, he comes across as someone that can have like a casual conversation, which is almost more dangerous.
Joe, who then went to his Discord server to vent, where he would randomly attack Sid's political beliefs.
Yeah, no, I don't mind that though. I think that's okay. So as far as I know, so far Joe just seems kind of based at this point. Like, yeah, the guy is pretty right wing. This is definitely made by like someone that's probably just like, you know, centrist or just, you know, normie or griller. I don't blame grillers that much for not knowing much about politics. But yeah, so far Joe is just being based right here.
If those are even his anyway, I don't know the guy. And trying to show off that Sid apparently lost this exchange, which he probably didn't. A couple days later, Will Stamper decided to randomly make fun of Joe for being a vegan, and when Joe responded, Stamper continued to make fun of him by equating
What? Okay. Of how being vegan somehow grants everyone a personal freedom so they can get 70% off their diet with candy and soda, then preach about all the health benefits dropping meat and dairy lives. What the fuck do you think being vegan is? To your sex life. Confusing like, what the fuck? Okay, so Joe just like correcting someone, going out his way to correct someone about this?
being a vegan to his sex life.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty, right? Confusing, lackluster, and unfulfilling. You do know, like, a ton of people are vegan not just for diet reasons, but because, like, the meat industry is actually pretty fucked up, right? Like, vegans are annoying as fuck. I hate vegans. But, like, they are correct.
Describing it as confusing, lackluster, and unfulfilling. This was very out of the blue, and not actually to the fault of Joe. It is likely, at least according to only 11 days after this incident, that Stamper was on.
Stop doing meth, get help, and delete Twitter for good. So people will stop bothering him about me, and me about him. We don't like each other. I would like to keep it private, but since he's putting me on blast, I don't want to deal with his drug-addled frenzies. The fact he steals money, tries to manipulate his friends, and hate each other. Oh, nice. Stamper have him. Oh, nice. Stamper's. Okay, so Stamper. Okay. So Stamper is a piece of shit? Okay.
Meth. However, nonsensical noises his certain heavily angered political off Joe for being a vegan, and when Joe responded, Stamper continued to make fun of him by equating being a vegan to his sex life, describing it as confusing, lackluster, and unfulfilling. This was very out of the blue, and not actually to the fault of Joe. It is likely, at least according to only 11 days after this incident.
Okay, it seems like this guy's pretty consistent when it comes to like bothering people for their political beliefs. So I think this guy probably is just like a normie or a centrist.
That Stamper was on meth. However,
Jesus.
Not to be outdone, Joe would then proceed to state that Stamper did some grapey things towards him because of some other guy replying to him about how being vegan isn't as beneficial as he thinks, which is clearly a logical jump to make.
What? Okay, this part is weird. Well, denial about what? The human body requires certain vitamins. I no offense, but I'd rather take help. Okay, I'll see you later. Thanks, Mom. Ready to come out and... What? God, I hate it. Alright, where was I? Am I still recording? Sweet. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Unky Joe, so far hasn't done anything bad, in my opinion. Inspired rather take. Yeah, no, you could totally survive off of like veggies and like vitamins and shit. Like, holy shit, people are really like stupid and don't understand like veganism at all. I'm not myself a vegan because I mean I just went off to eat burgers with family, so like I like burgers too much to quit them. But yeah, people don't understand like you can survive perfectly well being a vegan if you have like the right vitamins to like take. Like people forget that vitamins are a thing, like the vitamin pills and shit, or the crunchy vitamins, you know. Like people are so fucking stupid. Yeah. God, so yeah, so far people aren't being like shitty about this.
Being vegan.
Oh wait, I'll be back. So far Joe has done nothing wrong. So far the only thing he is really cringe about is being an NFT bro. Which I think is pretty shitty to do NFTs. I think that's bad, but overall so far he hasn't done anything like that bad so far in this.
Vegan isn't as beneficial as he thinks, which is clearly a logical jump to make. After crying on Twitter about the situation for a whole of a day.
You can be vegan without being a douche. You can eat meat without being a douche. Forget it. Stamper is too brainwashed by the meat industry and his loser friends. Dude is so he's doing anything good, but like, I don't know. I don't think he's doing anything like bad. Douche, just like you can eat meat without being a douche. Like, so far, the only responses I'm seeing right now are him responding to people being like shitty towards vegans. You know? Like, lol, denial about what? The human body requires certain reality that best comes from animal products. No offense. Yeah. He's just like correcting this guy. He's just telling this guy he's like fucking wrong. And people are usually like really fucking rude to vegans. So like, I don't know. I kind of get it. Like literally all this person's telling is like, why don't you just be nicer about it? And it's like, no, like these people are pieces of shit. Like Stamper is a really huge asshole. I'm not surprised that he's like pretty shitty.
Crying about the situation, which is obviously clearly evident. If you thought baseless accusations of grapey things when in a Twitter argument was bad, well, how about baseless accusations just for no reason whatsoever? Literally a day after the Stamper stuff, Joe continued his accusations, although this time
he pushed me against the door and groped me at 2 separate Newground events. What's wrong with rice pirate? What? Are you actually
against rice?
What? Okay, that's pretty huge accusations. Are you actually surprised? This is someone who is brutally abusive on Twitter, who will chase away anyone into hiding if they disagree with him. He hates me so much and is so jealous of me that he had to find some way to knock me down. He always talked down to me like I'm some stupid kid who knows nothing, even though he's a fucking nobody who clings on to others to stay relevant. Jeff wanted you to know that being molested at Newgrounds is normal and shut up. Mike hugs me more than anyone.
Pirate Mick. Mick responded to this.
Cool, Joe. I don't know what you're going through, and I hope you're okay. Not sure what you consider groping, as I used to hug a lot of people, and if you had physical boundaries sensitive, you certainly could have told me. Pushed up against a board, literally no recollection. Okay. I mean, this is literally like a he said situation, so I don't know what's true, but we'll see.
In a calm and collected way, talking about his own possible faults and inquiring about what situation he was talking about, like he genuinely cared about what he was talking about, as I'm sure he didn't want to make him uncomfortable and does seem to be a nice person.
I mean, you don't know for sure. People usually say a lot of stuff to cover their ass. I think, yeah, rape accusations are a lot, and there are rare cases, but there are cases when that stuff does happen. But that is like at the end of the day, still just like they said, he said.
Although long-term viewers of my channel may not see that as the case.
Come on now.
Nick doesn't have anything.
Patreon.com/EmilyUkas. I only get paid when I produce.
I'm not even here.
Say it, goddamn.
I'm gonna fucking punch you in the.
Do it.
Joe could not come up with an answer to Mick, and actually didn't even bother to, having had.
I'm surprised to see this, and would it sort out what actions are being presented as groping? Like a lot of people, Joe, okay, can't blocked, but I responded to a direct link tweet in another thread. Okay. There's no like evidence or like consistency. I don't know.
And refusing to detail the incident. The only response he really made about the whole incident was when he replied to Johnny Utah, aka
Jeff wants you to know that being Melissa at Newgrounds is normal, and shut up. Mike hugs me more than anyone because they say I hate it, and it's never been inappropriate touching. Get a fucking grip, man. Because I say I hate it, and it's never been inappropriate touching. Get a fucking grip, man. What? Because I say I hate it, and it's never been inappropriate touching. Get a fucking grip, man. If the cool. Jeff wants you to know that being molested at Newgrounds is normal, and shut up. What? I mean, I guess I can get it, but like, yeah, that's just like one of those situations. That sounds like a, it's kind of weird. I don't know. I'm gonna give that one a kind of a weird champ kind of post.
Jeff, who got annoyed at Joe for the whole incident, as you would, where Joe says he's essentially a sympathizer to grapey behaviour. Joe would also talk about this in his Discord server, where he stated he's not trying to harm anyone and that he just doesn't like them, even after making baseless accusations of molestation.
The issue is that the claim you made about an alleged molestation on Twitter recently. Are you even a patron? Yeah, I can talk about that if I want. I'm not trying to harm anyone. I'm just not ashamed to talk about it. If nobody hadn't said anything before yesterday, there's a 98% chance they're a freeloader - Kiwi farmer user. I don't like someone grow up. What? I think the issue is the claim you made about an alleged molestation on Twitter recently. Are you even a patron? Yeah, I can talk about that if I want. I'm not trying to harm anyone. I'm just not ashamed to talk about it. If anybody hadn't said anything before yesterday, there's a 90% chance they're a freeloader. We farms user. What? I don't like someone grow up.
And that he just doesn't like them, even after making baseless accusations of molestation. Joe created an NFT of the dog plane meme and had it listed for 2,500.
So this is the part. Again, he said she should shit, you know. That part, yeah, I'm not even like touching it because it just seems like he said she said shit. I don't know if it really happened. I don't know if it didn't, but unless I know for sure, like, I don't know. Like, again, take accusations like seriously. Where is it? Folder, sub chips. God, I don't have any health in this game right now. Okay, I'm gonna press play.
Dollars. Everyone knows about NFTs now, so I'm not really going to talk about it. But obviously, with him talking about NFTs, the backlash followed soon after, with people telling him how stupid it was and how it was bad for the environment. The typical anti-NFT argument.
Okay. People need to understand that NFTs are not bad just because they're bad for the environment. They're bad because people because of the way they're set up is that when you put more in, there's more added to it. But the more people pull out, the less value an NFT is. Meaning, usually how they're worked is that the person makes the NFT, they get a bunch of people to put money into it, and then the person on top pulls it away from pulls out the cash. That's why NFTs are bad, because it's just a way it's a pump and dump scheme. I don't know if Joel understands that part, or if he is actually being malicious. Again, the only reason I have a feeling he didn't is because of his previous stuff, but like, it is pretty sussy. Like, defend NFTs shit. It's really sussy to do that shit.
This made him incredibly mad on stream.
I have a challenge for all of you.
Oh my god.
Every computer in your
Go
house,
kill
your
yourself,
mom's, your dad's,
please.
Your sister, your brother's computer, and
it would be a waste of energy to respond. The fact is, and people don't fucking like this, but the fact is that it takes the same amount of energy to make a tweet as it does to make an NFT on Tezos. So, fuck you. Instead of making another tweet, I'd rather make another NFT. Those people are the ones wasting, not me. And they also, by the way, everyone lost their shit at me on Twitter, but all it did was help me. It elevated my post to like one of the top NFT posts on
Yeah,
Twitter.
no, that makes sense.
Hate me, leave me alone. People respond to things on Twitter that we still do not know. It's the exact same thing as anti-vaxxers. Oh, I don't like it. It's new and I don't understand it.
Oh, Joe. Joe. No. Joe.
So I don't like it.
Like, I'm glad he's not anti-vaxxer, but like, God, he's so stupid. He's so stupid when it comes to this. He really is a stupid person about this, like, particular thing. I think he can be, like, pretty smart about a lot of things and be really stupid about other things, about certain things. And this is one where he's definitely, like, taken a huge L on.
People are fucking stupid. They don't do the research for themselves. They just believe in whatever consensus is going on.
Joe! That's not... If you did your research, then you'd understand why people are really suspicious of NFTs then, right? Like, holy shit, Joe.
And they don't think before they speak, ever. They just post a stupid, this ain't it, chief, and think they've done something good, when in reality they've done nothing at all. So, you're mad at me for making an NFT? All I did was make a normal little post online. I'm mad at you for telling me that I'm doing something wrong when I know what I'm doing. You're the fucking idiots, not me. So fuck you. Kill yourself, I guess. Don't buy my fucking
No.
NFT. It's not for you. You don't have the money to buy it.
Oh my god.
So who cares what you think?
He would slink back to his Discord server and for some reason compares the people who had been criticising him to anti-vaxxers for some reason. However, what would really tick him off was the environment comments people were making about his NFT, which infuriated him and made him bring up his veganism to show how much of a good person he is.
People really need to get over that type of argument. Literally so many things right now are destroying the environment. NFTs are definitely one of them, and it's really bad. But I think the actual argument people need to make about NFTs is that they're a scam. That's what you need to be doing when you're arguing about NFTs. Stop bringing up the goddamn environment when it comes to NFTs. You're not doing anyone any fucking favors when you're just bringing up the fucking environment when it comes to NFTs. You have to bring up the fact that they're basically a pump and dump scheme. Like, every single day, every single drawing is trying desperately to be fun. What? Oh. Sorry. Every single drawing is trying desperately to be funny. This is, like, the most petty thing to get angry over. Welcome to Twitter. People didn't like that I had words about that. They get mad over genuinely anything and will never let you forget it. Whatever. Also, that happened to be, like, 2019 or 2020, according to that person, Lamau. What?
And for some reason, compares the people who had been criticizing him.
I saw some dude try to shit on you for not liking the new SpongeBob style. These people are just, like, anti-vaxxers. Tell us at least if you're scared, please. I don't understand something. It must be bad. What the fuck? New Sponge style? Lol, still mad. Oh, only new style I saw was that movie. You know, it's like really over the top all the time. It's wacky and wilds. I made some tweets saying it sucked and people lost their panties over that. How dare you? Okay. What? Why did you show this post?
Discord server, and for some reason compares the people who had been criticizing him to anti.
Why are you showing the post where he just didn't like the SpongeBob shit? I mean, obviously he is talking about that. You didn't need to show this though on the Discord. He already said it on the video. I just find it weird that you mentioned this when this shows nothing about it. Also, these people are complete dick suckers. Holy shit. Welcome to Twitter. People didn't like that words about that. They get mad over genuinely anything and will never let you forget it. Whatever. This also happened in like 2019, 2020. In the personal now. I know the hazard of posting online. Let them hate me. They wasted thousands of times more electricity than me. I hate them thousands of times more. All it did was help me anyway. My tweet is on this. You act tough now. Aren't you scared of...
Why are people... Wait, are people actually only bringing up the fact... Are people actually only bringing up the fact that the environment... Maybe take a break. I know that's not what you want to hear. Wait, okay. Okay, dear God, there's no more. Doctor Gaming, amazing. Why is he making a bucket of this? Make it. Please don't make NFTs. Joe makes Hitler NFT that sells for... Joe makes it. Views, sleepy cast. Okay, I feel like people that actually respond to this don't actually understand. Monkey Joe.
Server, and for some reason compares the people who had been criticizing him to anti-vaxxers for some reason. However, what would really tick him off was the environment comments people were making about his NFT, which infuriated him and made him bring up his veganism to show how much of a good person.
Every single drawing... What?
He is.
Oh my God. again, I think him making NFTs is definitely shitty. But I think it's either there are people that, yeah, okay. I want to see the actual criticisms people are making, because I fucking doubt it that people are actually arguing that it's only because of the environment, the way he's reacting to this.
His anger towards the whole situation made him consider upping the price, further denying
I respect that. I respect that. You know, honestly, I respect that.
any possible interest in the NFT.
Like, yeah, this needs to go into more detail about this shit. Like, I feel like this video isn't long enough if you're trying to, like, criticize Uncle Joe. So far, there's only been the accusation against Rice Pirate, which I haven't heard about Rice Pirate in, like, years. Has he done anything recently? Like, actually done anything recently? I don't know. I don't know what he does. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck Rice Pirate is anymore. Let me look up. Rice Pirate. God, he's so bald. Oh yeah, I remember that video. I actually liked the Yu-Gi-Oh! Heart of my cards. Has he done anything recently? I think he's been like a professional voice actor as of late. Yeah. Or not my. We're gonna. I'm curious about this Right Pirate thing. Because if it's just the NFTs alone, that's still bad. But I'm also like really curious about everything else. Honestly, like, yeah, if it comes to NFTs, does it matter? But I'm also like, I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious if well, he deleted his Twitter, so it's not like anyone can contact him. But I am curious about that, because that alone is bad. But like, I wouldn't try to cancel him over it, at least. Unless, oh, maybe. I don't know. I'm mixed about it. Because I think, like, the only way you should ever cancel Uncle Joe is, again, make fun of him for making NFTs, which seems like what people are doing, and I respect that. But again, if all you ever criticize people for about NFTs is just the environment, I think you're literally retarded. I think you're actually retarded. It's true. It is true. It is the worst thing about it. It is really bad for the environment. But, like, optically, you're literally retarded if you're making that argument. Yeah, you're literally retarded if you're making that argument. Okay, what did Rice Pirate do? Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot. Okay, what did you do? I responded, and my intention will be to email. We'll end all this. Lots going this week, but I will finally address it before the weekend. Is that there are some very misleading points and others that require his piece. I'm fully aware that this person it was first aired by Smoke, something I heavily advise against. But the tweet's involvement with the video, I was never anonymously part of anything. I want nothing to do with it. A terrible idea to air shit publicly. That said, what has been shared in relation to the mix is a mixture of truth, half truth, and absolutely fabrication. What sucks most is that Veronica and others who are present are fully aware of this. But I'll address it again, with full intent to put this to rest. Not going to drag others into this. Show private DMs or conjectures. Plan to address points that are inaccurate and points that were intentionally shared without context. Other than that, as I've said to many mutuals countless times, I wish the best to everyone. What the fuck is going on now? Make profile to recover.
Recovery journal. One thing I'll say, going a month. What the fuck is going on? Where Chris, my friend, and old private matters. What? Okay, we're going into this, I guess.
Private interpersonal drama made public. And I'm fully aware that Smokey is the one who pulled the trigger on airing dirty laundry, which I heavily advised her not to do, but she felt she had her reasons.
What? Okay, what? Okay. We're going deeper, boys. We're going way deeper with this shit, okay? We're going balls deep into this shit, okay? Y'all ready? Y'all ready to go, like, balls fucking deep into this shit? Should I finish this video first? Animation strike. Should I watch the allegation? The animation strike, the views. Because conclusion. Okay, well, we're gonna finish this first.
On a lighter note, and a brief little tangent, in March 2022, Joe was called out by a person by the name of Michael Edwards on Twitter regarding Joe's stance on NFTs, as well as his stance on an animator strike
Wait.
going on around the same time. As Joe is an
Wait, we're going back. Sorry. Man, really sucks the guy who made Dog of Wisdom supports NFTs and is continuing shit on animator strike.
An animator strike that had been going on around the same time. As Joe is an animator, you may think that his stance would be quite clear with him supporting fellow animators and getting what they want. Well, Joe was actually very much against them, seeming very annoyed at these
animation industry workers that spend years gloating about their jobs and even threatening their Twitter. God, I keep forgetting this shit. Sorry, it's a different control space of how I control this. The screen I have is different than the screen you have when you're looking at this video. The animation industry workers that spend years gloating about their jobs and even threatening their Twitter followers with blacklisting for talking shit are now demanding more money and appetite for their Twitter followers. These are nothing but crocodile tears from some of the meanest people in the field who sit on Twitter all day and try to intimidate you into silence, all while ruining your childhood with shitty reboots of their characters that are overly sexualized. Shitty reboots with their characters are overly... I don't get that at all. I feel like they're like pretty desexualized with these reboots. I mean, maybe you can make the argument about the Powerpuff Girls when like Awesome was doing the fucking twerking shit. That was pretty weird. But besides that, I never noticed like over-sexualization. It's important that every overworked animation artist weighed down by schedule obligations and 12 different hats can still fit in 18 hours of tweeting on a Monday. Person who spent years bragging about their job to their Twitter followers. I'm sad now. What the fuck? That's pretty bad. Take. That's a really cringe take.
Animators for their time on Twitter with him gloating about their treatment. Now, I'm going to be honest. I have no idea what the strike was about, and I'm a fat, lazy idiot, so I can't really be bothered to look it up.
True.
But
Same.
as we can see by the amount of likes that both sets of tweets got, it seems evident that Joe's opinion was very much in the minority, getting a couple dozen at most compared to the 16,000 by Edwards. For a creator with over 1 million subscribers and who has been so successful, it does seem a bit surprising to see someone so aggressive to people who shouldn't really have an effect on him. These people do their own thing, and he shouldn't really be going around fighting with them. This anger Maybe because he has unfortunately dropped off in views recently, failing to get over 1 million views on a video in the past 2 years.
That's
While
insane.
still reaching decent amounts of views, it is definitely a far cry from his past content.
Yeah, people that say that Twitter has no effect on you, public opinion has every effect on you. If you're ruining your public opinion, like, you lose everything as a result. You always have to, like, it's really hard, basically. Yeah.
Which reached incredible amounts of views in the past. There is actually a bit of a theme with the people talked about in this video, however, with the majority of them having strong links to Sleepy Cabin, a group of mainly animators who would record podcasts together called Sleepycast. Mick and Stamper would be members of this group, as well as Oni, who I've mentioned earlier on in this video, and who actually has ties to El Cid, with him editing some Oni Plays videos. Speaking of Oni Plays, Joe actually hates them too, with him being angry at them for being successful.
Okay, I've never seen this. I've never seen this part. Okay. I wonder if he's gonna mention the Owl House thing, which I never seen. I've never watched Oni Plays. I've never planned to fuck Oni Plays, whatever it is. You figure out a hack to make infinite money on YouTube. Way to fucking go. Now here's a shitty prize. Chris always... Oh god, okay. I can barely read it, but I can kind of guess what he's talking about. I do have some problems with Oni Plays, who are people I do also still like to watch every once in a while, but my problem is usually involving the fact that they've been super close with people like fucking Shadman for a while. Like, Chris has always been a tool who exclusively goes for low-hanging fruit, and his true passion is art and making games on the side. To get most views, he can suck shit through his straw. Hey, just trying to remember, Elk Sid and Johnny Utah are different people, right? I think this one time they both had avatars with the face of the baseball cap, so my brain made connections and then burned the bridge. A bird told me he hates Rod, which I find hilarious. I don't. Or Ross? Does he mean Ross? Or something? I don't fucking know.
Which takes me on to why it seems as
Yeah, also that is really weird. I don't get people that are like, you're just such a tool for not doing cringe shit. Like, okay? What? He didn't even say, like, why he's a tool in there, too. Like, I can guess multiple reasons probably why, but, like, maybe because he censors his swear words this time. Like, I don't know. He only always been pretty has always been pretty open, though, about, like, the fact that he doesn't make the shit out of passion. He just, like, does it as his job. Like, they've been really open about that. But since he probably doesn't watch Oni Plays, he doesn't know that about them. I don't think it's bad to do shit just for money, by the way. I think it's fine. If you do art for money, you're fine. You're an okay person, by my book. Like, it doesn't matter to me why you're doing something. It's the effect you have.
Though Joe has been so angry at the topics and people I've brought up during this video. It seems as though Joe is a bit envious of the people around him, as many of the people who he has argued with have gone on.
Yeah, probably, but, like, I don't think it takes away from, like, any of the arguments he's made. I wouldn't be surprised if that was, like, those accusations weren't true, but I'm gonna have to look up the accusations that were happening there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do research. That would be a different video, though.
To do other things instead of primarily relying on things related to YouTube animations, a section of the site YouTube has neglected and made extremely difficult to work with, something that seems to have affected Joe, and he has since lost his happy, innocent persona. And
I mean, is that a bad thing to be sad about? I mean, the way he's going about it. Okay.
seems genuinely jaded, although obviously I know nothing about the guy. However, saying all of this, The majority of this video took place in March of 2021, well over a year ago, and trying to state that he has fully fallen is a ludicrous idea, but it isn't a good sign for the future. It is more than possible that Joe will continue on from his success in the future, and I wouldn't even say that would be out of the blue. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this shorter video. It's been a while since I've done one of these. My Twitter and second channel are down in the description.
Yeah, I think that video was okay. I'm gonna have to like learn more about this though. So first we learned about that, and now I want to learn about this accusation thing. Did this come out of nowhere, or did this happen? Okay, so I'm going on YouTube.
Then there was this video on Veronica by
We're gonna watch the video first once he says what the video is. Actually, wait. What am I doing? Just a sec. Give me a second.
by Just Stop and Daft Pina, which I was very clear I wanted nothing by Just Stop for reasons. Then there was this video on Veronica by Just Stop and Daft Pina.
What? Just Stop and Daft? What? Oh.
Superheroes are a massive part of our culture. This video is going to be complete and one with an
Clarification before moving forward. Right, Daft Pina is the mastermind behind the whole drama. But everyone, this is like 5th time he's done something like this. You know, at the end of the day, you're gonna continue doing the content you want to do. Daft isn't gonna say anything about this video because Daft is a coward. I don't care. Did Daft make like a hit piece? Daft, you wanted to say so much. Why not say it yourself? Dude, if you actually believe this video should have stayed up, why did you in core fail to defend the existence of the video publicly? Of course, you wanted it up for more malicious reasons. Video should have stayed up. Why did you and Corey fail to defend the existence of the video publicly? Unless you, of course, wanted it up for malicious reasons. I don't think Daphne needs to respond publicly at this point. The video ultimately on Baxton's channel and is now down. Instead, I think it should be a situation that causes a lot of inner reflection for both Daft and the others who wanted the video up and said, why publicly do it? That should do it themselves. Just glad that this journey already started with Bax. What the fuck happened in the video? Who's in Daft? Who?
I used to watch Seinfeld.
What? Jesus, this drama just happened. Like, the real story. Oh god, Grimmer's Predators return. That was my critique for featuring Mark critiques failure featuring Ellis Mark. Merryweather Comics Waifu Sadness featuring. Where is it? Did he? Oh, did he get rid of the video? Boy in a band hitting a beat. Yeah, we all knew that. Kevin Temer, Trash Hate, featuring at Temer Tunes, Minor Hoax. This was 6 months ago. What? Okay, I guess we'll watch this from the loot, I guess. I mean, unlisted public response to private manners made public. Meant for Veronica, Mark, Chris, my friend, and my friends, old and new, my family, and myself. Oh, Corey. Yeah, not Chris. Oh, God. Chris O'Neill. Yeah. Sorry. Wait a minute. When they say Corey, do they mean... Wait a minute. Oni Plays hasn't been up for a while. Don't worry. I'm gonna, like, stream this up. This is gonna be a wild ride, boys. It's gonna be a wild ride today. We're going on, like, a journey. Yes. Okay, so this is gonna be interesting. I'm curious about this shit. So what's the rice pirate? I don't think that's a good idea not to show private DMs, honestly. Monkey Joe alleges Mike Rice Parrot groped him. When did that happen? I'm gonna be the victim blaming bitch, but Joe's tweet and Mike's jealous of me. He's nobody's. Oh yeah, I think while continuing on with this, and I'll make this a different video, but like most people that make content for you on the internet, I always find it best just to assume that they're mostly just like child raping molesters. Like all of them, all people on the internet. It's best to assume I'm probably that too at points. I don't know. I just think it's like best to just assume everyone on the internet is a horrible monster. Just so you don't get like disappointed by them later on. I don't know. So Mike apparently getting Chris's girlfriend, who you can't name, is Veronica Angeli for some reason. And if she's not a real person, just an object for Chris is because they dated to cheat on Chris is proof that Mike... What? So Mike apparently getting Chris's girlfriend, and who you can't name is Veronica Joey for some reason. And if she's not a real person, just another object of Chris's because they dated. Cheat on Chris is proof that Mike molested Uncle Joe because Mike is jealous Uncle Joe was so more successful than Mike. What the fuck is this tweet? So was he pro Mike and pro Chris, or what am I reading? Your dude's literally a molester and a manipulator. He convinced Chris's girlfriend to cheat on. He convinced Chris's girlfriend to cheat. What? Probably should have gone down the victim blaming route. Mike replied to one of those posts that said he used to give people hugs a lot and admitted he might have given unwanted, warranted hugs to Joe, and said that he wouldn't have if Joe had said he was uncomfortable with it. That is victim blaming. I guess, maybe? I can kind of get it. I mean, this is literally why, like, consent is so fucking important for things, by the way. Like, this is why we need to understand consent way better. But that is a low-key form of it. I guess...
I don't know, a lot of people give hugs at parties, but no, yeah. I guess like by today's standard is pretty bad. He's been trying to reach out to Joe, but he's been blocked. And Joe doesn't want to unblock him, so who the fuck knows anymore? It seems like it could be really stupid or a massive overreaction. I have no idea which one it is. I guess, like, okay, it is victim blaming, objectively, but I can see why he wouldn't see it that way, because, like, hugging is just, like, a thing at parties, but, yeah. Anyway, I guess we're gonna watch this video. Let me set this up. No. No. What?
Then there was this video on Veronica by Just Stop and Daft Pina, which
Okay, we're gonna make this. We're gonna watch. I want to know. Just a sec. Let me look this up real quick.
The Smiling Friends party. I don't know if you get.
None of this ever need to be public, but Smokey and Daft Peanut seem to really want the truth, so I might as well give the full truth to the Mike, Smokey, and Just Stop. My relationship with Chris, how Mike and I became closer. Okay. Alright. So I might as well tell you the full truth. Intro to Mike, Smokey, and Just Stop. My relationship with Chris. How Mike and I became closer. How I was introduced to me, Mark in Ireland. Mike admits he loves me. Wait, who's Mike? Who the fuck is Mike? Okay. Our lack of boundaries. How I ended up with Mike. Red flags are. Mike gives me a reality check. Breaking up with Mike in the aftermath. Mike makes fucks Peter. Mike yells at me in public. And Smokey lies. Cutting off Mike and Smokey. Me cheating on Mark. Smokey lies about sexual assault. Mark and I's marriage. Oh no. Smokey leaks everything about her manipulating. Mark Daft Peanut privately involved in. Okay, I guess we'll watch Veronica video on this. I'm curious about hers. Holy shit. Guys, we're doing drama tonight. I'm so excited. I love drama. I enjoy myself some drama for a bit, you know. I should probably. I just wish the video.
I don't.
Okay, we're gonna get into this, I guess. Yeah. Okay. What's I got it all set up. I'm gonna be playing some Mega Man. And we're gonna be watching a video in the background, basically. Okay, let's go.
The Smiling Friends party. I don't know if you get what I was saying when I said I did that. That was very much a power move. Hey, I'm coming into the lion's den, and I'm not afraid of you.
I never wanted any of this to be public, not because I was hiding anything, but because all of this never needed to be public. How this had become public was from a former friend of mine, Natalie, also known online as Smokey or Smoke the Show, who I haven't spoken to since March 1st, 2022. We have a strange history despite only being good friends for 6 months.
I do have to say I like a lot of Veronica's art a lot. But going through this story is going to be a lot of work, by the way. Probably involves me having to do personal research later on. Okay.
Although I've done some very bad things that I'll discuss in detail, this person has aired my dirty laundry in an attempt to save herself and her boyfriend's public image. Together they have done equally bad, if not worse things. Twist the things that I've done into absurd stories.
Nothing quite like a party and having a friend completely unprompted say to your face yet another lie your abuser is spreading and attempting to set info straight to get me with, I don't want to get involved with drama, to remind you where people morals are. I'm getting so tired of being the bigger person and the fucking loyalist whore who came into my life late last year after I put her above my own well-being and happiness, put up with her manipulation and lies years later. I have to hear she's still lying on my name. Veronica, keep my and my boyfriend's name out of your mouth unless you want me to post the screenshots of your husband telling me you're a serial cheater when I tried to defend you after you cheated on him, and he informed me that you also cheated on your ex and on Chris. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Okay. This is gonna be a long one.
Stories to paint me as an irredeemable, abusive devil woman, while at the same time never acknowledging the bad stuff her and Mick did during all of this, such as trying to fuck my boyfriend while we were in a relationship, helped her best friend cheat on their girlfriend, and made up 2 big lies about me in an attempt to smear my name. For those who are unaware...
What? Holy shit, what? So Smoke was asking if today could her goodbye closure day, one of which being a pedo allegation, which was baseless and a flat out. Oh, ooh.
In an attempt to smear my name. For those who are unaware, a video was recently released by a YouTuber named Just Stop about me and my so-called abuse towards Mark and others. That video was vague on the details of the events that occurred, as well as ignoring the reality of the situation from June 2021 to March 2022. The YouTuber Daft Pina has also had major involvement in all of this behind the scenes, but only recently made that apparent. Most of the events happened in person, although I have texts and voicemails to help elaborate what I'm talking about, as well as proof that show who these people are and that these events did occur.
I think that's best. I think that's something you should... It's something, unfortunately, you're going to have to do when it comes to, like, situations like this. Because, like, unless you start bringing out stuff, like, proof, when it comes to, like, allegations against you, you're gonna just be, like, completely fucked over. You know what I mean? Like, always have the receipt with your abuser. I'm not doing this to, like, victim blame, but I'm doing this to be, like, it's really good when you're, like, especially if you're starting to get big, to, like, always have evidence. You should always have it. It's not, like, I'm not saying it's, like, a fair situation to be in, but it's something you're going to, like, have to be in case something, like, bad happens. All right.
I'll be talking about myself, Natalie, otherwise known as Smokey, and Mick Lauer, known as Rice Pirate Mick on Twitter. I was introduced to Smokey through a YouTuber friend of ours, and I had introduced her to Mick.
What the
Talking
fuck?
about Mick in particular is necessary to paint this kind of environment that I was in for months. Smokey did not have...
Okay, what? We're going back. Veronica Jelly, there were... Okay, hey guys, so some of you may not be aware I deleted these videos yesterday. My involvement and paint... Well, I'd like to clarify. There were remarks made that they're wrongfully attributed for coming from I get that there were things that were lied by me. I want to make it clear that he's never spoken to any of these involved in the video process and relations with the desired experience. In 2021, he has always believed that the personal matters should remain personal, but also believes that his place to dictate. I chose process experience for closure because believe me in the attempts of that. If there's one thing I want to end on, and a word of advice to anyone reading, it would be that if you are ever in a situation, whether a friendship or a relationship, whether believe that personal matters should remain personal, if you are ever in a situation where a friendship or a relationship where others chose who you love, you have concern. What's the concerns of what's what you love? Mike thought private matters should remain private, but also I publicly gave out the private info he told me. As far as I'm concerned, Smokey involved Mike in this by publicly giving out info he relayed to her. Why is it when Mike asks to remain anonymous, he gets it, but when Mark asks, he gets a whole video with his name in the title? Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Okay, let's keep going.
Is necessary to paint this kind of environment that I was in for months. Smokey did not have my best interests at heart and put myself above her as she claimed she did. But also lied to Mark by telling him that she wouldn't share his private DMs when he was at his most emotional state, while continuing to give them to Just Stop for his public video. This requires a lot of context. She spun the narrative that I've never taken accountability for my actions. So I want to take a moment here and admit what I did was not okay. I'm at fault in treating people poorly, and I'm a recovering alcoholic. I was running wild at a low point in my life. I'm currently 11 months sober of alcohol and taking my recovery very seriously. Doing my best to privately make amends with people I have hurt and avoid past enablers of my addiction. But I also want to say that in these past 11 months, I've done nothing but take accountability for my actions to the people I have wronged, including Smokey. This was my last message to Smokey, admitting what I had done wrong in our friendship and what I thought she did wrong.
Not saying anything back when you message me. I feel like I haven't been with me, and you still share things I've told you haven't been the ride or die bit. I've told you and haven't been the ride or die bitch I thought you were. And a lot of me not communicating this to you left me to build up irritation and frustration towards you. When I felt solid in those feelings and justified not speaking to you at all, which is just shitty on my behalf, it really started to feel like your only real agenda here is to be okay with Mike, and you don't really give a shit about me, our friendship, or loyalty. Kind of weird. I can't remember, but feel after talking to you about this that you're just going to show all of this to Mike or blank, and you both just sit there analyzing what I mean and my intentions behind all of this, like you always do when you have conflict with a friend. And that's what I mean when I say you've shared things I've told you. I don't feel like there is truly honesty here. I know my part definitely. This is something we have done, shared a confrontation we've had with somebody, and discuss it and analyze it with and goddamn, it's exhausting. I know I'm partial of doing it myself, which was why my approach this time was ghosting, and just taken myself out of the equation. Because ever since the breakup, I feel like everything I do is under a microscope. My interactions with you or Mike, and I was sick and tired of being involved in that world. I wanted to retract and not be involved with any of it anymore, which is selfish of me. I suppose I'm more of a selfish person than I thought. No, I think that's fine though, right? Not want to be like under all that pressure and shit. Yeah, that's fair. What? No, that's totally fair. Is she saying that sarcastically? Am I just that autistic? Ever since the breakup, it feels like everything I do is under a microscope. My interactions with you or Mike, and I was sick and tired of being involved in that world. I wanted to retract and not be involved with it anymore, which is selfish of me. I suppose I'm more of a selfish person than I thought. No, I think that's fair. No one wants to be under a microscope. I know I haven't been a good friend to you in some aspects, but I feel you have been a good friend to me either. I don't know how our friendship is going to be in the future, but I wanted you to do you the respect and reach out to and at least say this. What I know now is I need some space from you. I'm really sorry I've been a bitch and just ghosted you outright. I'm sorry I didn't say happy birthday to you. And I'm sorry that I wasn't the friend that you thought I was. I hope everything keeps going up for me. Going on the up and up for you, and you get your damn money for Fan House. My message to Smokey. Okay. God, like, these things are so fucking weird.
So to say that I've never taken accountability for the stuff that I've done is a flat out lie. Mark is the true victim here. Everything else was just a group of shitty people incessantly drinking and being shitty to each other. I'm gonna start by going over the timeline from my breakup with Chris O'Neill to where we are today and how all this came to be, because this involves a lot of people and a lot of events. So going in order would be most appropriate to make this as straightforward as possible. But if there's one main takeaway from this video I want you to know, it's that for months Mick was manipulating me into getting in a relationship with him while not respecting the boundaries I tried to create between us.
That's great. Oh, damn. Fuck. Okay. Let's get to this. Night you, I told myself I wouldn't share certain things, but I missed you. I know such little time has passed, and I look forward to seeing you when I do. I hope you're doing well and your work is going well as well. I love you. Keep pushing. Every step adds up, night dude. Been getting a lot of work done. I've been good at having time to do work. Just focus on myself and my future. I've already down to 16 commissions. I recognize what you must be feeling right now, but honestly, I don't think it's good to share with emotions with me. I'm sorry if it's hard to hear, but I don't think it's good for either of us. Well, I certainly don't want to complicate things for you. If telling you I miss you is a problem. You mind a short call? No pressure. More importantly, happy to hear the work is what? I really am not in a position to call right now. I'm sorry, but we can talk tomorrow. That's all it is. Reminders. Despite you telling me and don't want to project these things onto me, this is a reminder that does project these things onto me. You're not taking what I had said to you in our conversation seriously, or at least that's how it's coming off. I said I wanted to set boundaries, and you open up with this and remind of how you expressed your love to me, and it is unfair. You keep alluding that you're going to wait for me, and it's not healthy and isn't going to happen. And maybe I wasn't being, and maybe I wasn't being evident enough. But like I said, I need to see these boundaries. No, you were clear. The boundaries were set. Again, I just figured this wasn't new information. Sorry. You said you only ever wanted me to progress and get work done. But a majority of today has been stressing myself with... Yeah, no, that's pretty fucking weird. Like, it's kind of fucking weird. You can put... Yeah. Well... I mean, I don't know. I said, like, I love you to my friends, though. But, like, I don't know. There's some things that are kind of weird.
And Smokey was constantly self-seeking from the day I'd met her, trying to pressure me.
Meanwhile, I appreciate her protectiveness of me, but I've hold myself accountable. I was actively pursuing blank and trying to see if I could make him fall in love with me. I don't feel taken advantage of by him. Dude, and not to be a bitch, her art is so shit, genuinely. She's fucking, and I'm 14 and just discovered water. What? What the fuck does that mean? Her art's pretty fun. I think her art's cute. It's simple, but I don't think it's shit. This is what art communities are like? Jesus. No, they're not. People are usually really nice in art communities. A lot of the time, actually.
Men into falling in love with her through sex, in the hopes of letting her live with
Which
them.
ones I've been...
All of this will be made clear as we go on.
Okay, this is so stupid. I hate myself for feeling this, like, this amount. I'm packing and just started crying because I know I'm not going to be living with him like we'd originally planned when Blank was moving out. And the original plan was I was gonna... Oh, yeah, sorry, my brain is stupid. I was gonna become the new roommate, laughing my fucking ass off. And despite telling myself I wasn't just moving for Blank, the idea of living with him made me so stupid happy. I know I gotta look at the bigger picture, and I know I need to untie my happiness from him and get over him and do shit for me, but fuck, man.
this video come out? Jesus.
If you think this seems petty or should be private information, you're completely right. Much of this was already made public. I've tried to ignore my harassers, but this situation has only grown worse, and with nobody reaching out to me to clarify things in these drama videos. Chris and I had been in a relationship for 3.5 years. We were on and off, and towards the end of our relationship, we both knew that we didn't like where it was heading. My biggest fault in this was my lack of communication with him and my assumptions of his intentions. I assumed that Chris was trying to reach out to an ex, one in which he had cut off from me after I had demanded him to. I should mention that this was somebody who was extremely sick, and this was somebody who was also very important to him, so cutting them off made Chris feel worse. I was so insecure that I didn't care what the matter of their friendship was at the time. I just wanted him to cut her off so he could focus only on me. A friend would admit to me
That's
that
pretty
Chris had
bad.
been reaching out to her. This friend had romantic feelings towards me. My insecurities were through the roof, heightened more so by my excessive drinking, causing more stress upon Chris, which had made him feel, why did I cut this person off I cared for a woman who makes me feel this way?
Yeah.
Stressed out all the time. I felt like everything was spiraling and that I was losing the person I loved the most. My anger and irrationality had made me impulsive and self-sabotaging. To me, at this point, the relationship between Chris and I had already ended in my mind. I assumed he didn't care about my feelings, so I wasn't going to care about him,
Jesus.
and cheated on him with this friend. I was assuming and irrational, and this is something I completely regret. Despite Chris and I breaking up, I still kept in contact with a lot of our mutual friends, Mick Lauer being one of them. On a lot of occasions, we would meet up and have a drink.
Wait, did I miss something? Oh no, I didn't miss anything.
About my ex. I looked at myself as a victim when talking about this, when truly it was my lack of communication and assumption
Yeah.
of his intentions. Before we get into the timeline of how this all came to be, I need to explain the friendship dynamic my friends and I had with Mick. There would be occasions where Mick would try to convince me to leave Chris.
Mick always has these discussions with a complicated sandwich approach. For example, it'll go like, I'm really glad you guys are together. Insults Chris and why I shouldn't be with him. But like I said, I'm happy you guys are together. You'll see examples of this in later voice. Okay.
Prior to the breakup, I did tell Chris the nights this happened, so he was fully aware. Some of our mutuals would warn me about Mick and his tendencies, especially around how he treats women and alcohol. As when we would all hang out, back when Chris and I were together, Mick would constantly give me back rubs, touch my neck, and get very close to my face when speaking to me. Almost every time.
Almost like he was molesting someone, you know, like he was being sexually inappropriate with certain people. Curious.
He was drunk. He did this to everybody, but our mutuals had always expressed that he had given me extra attention. There would be multiple occasions where our mutuals would tell me his way of describing me was like I was a piece of meat to him. Here's a good example
That's
of obnoxious and flirtatious behavior while
fucking weird. That's really weird. I don't like that.
Those are some beautiful pictures. Very beautiful pictures. Very well done. I just can't help but see. Num 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 num.
And this is something he's willing to post on Twitter. In real life, this was much worse. All of our friends had known him years longer than I have, and have since stopped associating with him because of his drunken behavior and hostile ways of conversation. To give you an idea of what it was like, let's refer back to the 2016 MagFest panel. Mick had recently gone through a divorce prior to this panel, so to cope he got incredibly drunk, shouting at the audience and making a fool of himself, nobody knowing what to do with him.
I don't know. There's people standing. Are you guys coming in? Stop it. You want what? Robot boys. He's doing a really bad impression of your very good robot voice.
Ignore him.
Fair enough.
Really?
Nick, come on, dude. Get it together. Or you can just laugh at me and I can...
I'm not laughing at you. He's blowing vape in my goddamn face.
Fuck you! What the fuck up?
Mick has clearly denounced his behavior there as anybody would, and the divorce at least
Jesus.
Laughing at you. He's blowing vape in my goddamn face.
Or you can just laugh at me and I can...
I'm not laughing at you. He's blowing vape in my goddamn face.
Fuck you! What the fuck up?
Mick has clearly denounced his behavior there, as
Jesus.
anybody would, and the divorce at least made it understandable. But this was not a one-time thing. This is how he would act more often than not around our friends, eventually resulting in them distancing themselves from him. And in the 6 years since this panel, no improvement has been made, and I was witnessing what they had all been telling me. But I didn't care, because Mick facilitated my addiction to alcohol, and all been telling me. but I didn't care because Mick
Guys having fun. Here's a Mick trick. A Mick trick. Hey.
facilitated my addiction to alcohol, and I wanted to keep the party going. If I could add any more weight to how Mick got when he was angry and drunk, there was a time where Chris and I had all of our friends over for a little hangout. We were joking around about how funny it would be if Burbank police had drones with handguns on it. Mick, who would come over wasted already, would take this conversation seriously, trying to argue that this could never happen, to which we jokingly argue back with him that it could. Mick would escalate the situation, yelling at us and telling us how moronic we were to believe it, and frustrated.
Alright, let's keep going.
That we weren't listening to his sense of logic here. Mind you, all of this was a joke conversation. Yet Mick wanted to be right, and tried proving that by yelling at us. Mick left angry that night, not saying bye to anybody, and the next day would send us his little DM personally, trying to still keep the argument going. I sent him a video of a drone with a handgun as a joke, to where he said that this doesn't matter, yet
I'm sure it's... What? Obviously, yes, there are drones with guns. There are drones with missiles and machine guns. What I was trying to say is that that the Burbank police drones could not be fitted with guns. Though maybe they could, but from the side of them, I strongly believe they could not.
I sent him a video of a drone with a handgun as a joke, to where he said that this doesn't matter, yet still wanted to get. I sent him a video of a drone with a handgun as a joke, to where he said that this.
I'm sure that's a non-issue, but I felt bad for getting upset, and I felt it didn't hurt to explain why I was frustrated when I felt some folks were immediately like, "Nope, you're wrong," without hearing what I was saying.
Yet still wanted to.
I saw that video. That drone is more than twice the size of the BPD drones, but yeah, don't need to be a huge to work.
Get the last word in. Many repeated events such as this made our friends realize that Mick was not a positive person to have in their lives, as much as he claims that.
My positivity has nothing to do with. My positive has nothing to do with being positive. It's purely utilitarian. I don't have the time dash energy to be negative or want negative shit to happen to anyone. Only have so much time dash energy for that. For damn sure, it's going to be stuff I love to create and need to survive.
And they would begin to keep him at arm's length. A month after my breakup, Mick would invite me on the boat trip. He posed this as, "Hey, if you want to go, you're on the way down to the dock. I can swing by and pick you up." I didn't think much of this gesture, mostly that I'd never been on a boat like this before, and I had figured that it would have been nice to get out and see the ocean. Chris knew that Mick had taken me on this boat trip, and rightfully assumed that Mick was trying to be sneaky and swoop me up after this breakup. Mick would also tell our friend group that Chris was crazy to think that he was trying to date me. Chris sent Mick a strongly worded message, which at the time I felt was unjustified in assuming, but in hindsight, he was completely right. And so he reasonably saw this boat trip as Mick finally making his move on me. This is what sparked Mick and I to become closer, because now we both had a mutual disdain for Chris and would frequently shit-talk him together while making jokes at his expense. This is when I would be introduced to Smokey by a friend of mine who was a popular YouTuber. Smokey was a fan who would become his friend, and at this time, she was coming into town to stay with him for 3 months, hoping to spark a relationship with him because she was.
Oh, okay. Very simple.
I'll call him Edward for the duration of this video, because I can't imagine that he would want any part of this. Edward asked me if he could bring a friend from Costa Rica to join us for drinks. This would be the first time I had met her. She would hear the things that Mick and I would have to say about our disdain for Chris, to which she would tell me that she was actually friendly with him. She would start shit-talking Chris with us, despite not having any reason to, and then would later make public tweets at his expense. After meeting Smokey for what could have been a handful
What the
of
fuck?
times, I'd already been told, not just by her, but from another close friend that she was in love with Edward. Throughout the summer, we would frequent Fantasia. That would become our spot, and we would drink, and we'd laugh, and shit talk. The closer Smokey and I had gotten, the more she'd express how much she wanted to be my friend. Edward and I would also hang out frequently, with Smokey staying at his home, also joining in with us. At this point, I started liking her a bit more.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make a video of this. This is kind of weird to make a video of.